Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
and we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. This episode is brought to you by Stringjoy. Sound better, play better. You can do whatever you want with Stringjoy strings because they come in probably like every size imaginable. I mean, they've got.
I mean, you can literally
Can you order air strings?
air strings.
Do they make a
At one
one?
point. I'm actually getting on their website to see
I-
what the highest and lowest they're doing is.
Well, all right. So but it's crazy. Like, I mean, you can do any type of strings you want, and it's like, I mean, it's great for finding your feel. I mean, I was just looking at random things. Someone posted Yngwie Malmsteen's rig. All of his guitars. Did you know that they're eights? 8 to 48.
That's a light top,
That-
heavy bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think it might have said 46 to 48. Like it changes, but yeah, still, it's kind of crazy.
Because like 10s go down to like a 48 or a
Yeah.
46, depending on which one you get. Huh.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
pretty cool, pretty neat. So, and you can make your own set. I just did that. I just came up with the Diaz set, which is like kind of like Malmsteen with its light top, heavy bottom.
Did you use the tension calculator thing that they have on their website? Have you played with that yet?
No, I haven't.
So I was
The only time I play with calculators is if it's 80085. Noise.
Yeah, so I was playing with it the other day because if you use like an open tuning, for example, you can actually sit there and actually still have a balanced tension set. But the reality is like you're cutting, since you're pulling up a couple different strings in an open tuning, they'll feel a little too tight, things like that. So you can figure all that stuff out. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I want to start setting a guitar for open tunings. Be a lot of fun.
Is it OpenC is what Ariel Posen uses? I think that's it.
I don't know. He uses some crazy stuff.
He's got one in B standard, and I think the other one's in C, OpenC.
I don't know. Andrew, tell us. My friend Andrew would know. He's not on here right now.
He should be.
He should be. We'll get him on. And he was on an episode, but he was really quiet the whole episode. He's one of those people that he doesn't have a lot to say, but whenever he does, it's pretty cool. It's not like me where I just say a whole lot of stuff and pray that something is interesting.
I'm sorry. What?
Speaking of something interesting, what's new, guys? Why is my name first?
Good question.
I don't know. That's just the order that it's been in for every other
Forever.
week for 6 months because I keep copy and pasting the same one.
Oh, okay. Well, Chris, what's new with you?
Actually, yeah, nothing. I still have not gotten anything new this week.
Boo. Let's see. Scott, what's new with you?
I've got a bunch of stuff in the mail right now, but I don't know if I have anything in hand yet. I did get that big box of Stringjoy that I posted on the group.
We
there.
talked about that last week?
Did we? All right.
Yeah. Hi, Kylo. That was loud.
That was really loud.
Dude.
Not my dog this time.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's over here licking me again.
Anyway, I think I'm going to be purging some gear here just because I got 2 really big ticket things here in the works.
You
So-
got one email that was pretty awesome that I'm excited about for you.
Which one?
The
The gold or the black one?
Black one.
Yeah, that one's going to be cool too.
Oh, did you finally go through with the gold one?
Yeah, it should be here Wednesday.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't know. I mean, so I'm glad that one's shipping FedEx, so it should actually be on time. But I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but USPS has just been all sorts of screwy on me lately.
USPS got
Oh, yeah.
they got the Liverpool there at a pretty decent time.
Oh yeah, I got the Liverpool this week.
Yeah. Finally.
I haven't plugged it in yet. I cleaned it the other day.
Yeah.
So I was actually thinking through that. I'm like, I've got all these pedals I think I'm going to let go. And some of them I haven't even plugged in yet because they were
Sounds
from
like
your
something I
batch.
would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might just do a live stream where I just plow through. Here's everything I'm thinking of selling. It's that I sent you guys a message last night with like a picture of my desk with all those ones on
Yeah.
it. Where I think that's what I'm willing to let go right now. I don't know.
You have an all black one that I really want, but I don't know.
Yeah, that one. That's the one where I'm like, okay, so it's my DRV. I'm debating.
Yeah, I really want that one.
I don't use it. It's good.
I kind of want it.
It's a good
I want
pedal. It's just like I
How
don't
much you want for it?
really do rats. Diaz, you don't have the
Okay.
money.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Hot damn. Gosh.
Sorry.
Well, fuck you too. I might my next paycheck. I paid all my bills this paycheck. Well,
Okay. When you have 6 months of emergency funds built up, then you can
all
start.
right, I'm gonna Ramsey rail my foot up your
Thanks,
ass.
Dave.
Yeah, well, when you can start treating your employees better, Dave. Sorry. Anywho, I flipped the FZ2 to one of our Patreon supporters.
Yeah, you made a nice profit on that.
Yeah, I did pretty good.
You've actually probably had the best flips this year. Between that and you doing the complete set of the gear supply, you've had some really good ones.
Oh yeah.
I haven't been doing them often, but whenever I do, it's notable, you know, like that. I'll say I'm very happy with, I've gotten really good. I'm so set in my gear. I've got such a wide variety of gear around the house that anything I see, if I buy, is to replace something that I'll sell or just to flip.
Yep.
Or like the gear supply was the long game. Because I don't know. I mean, is it sad that I really don't want to have to go buy a new shelf? Is where I'm at.
No,
Like,
dude,
all
like, that's seriously what I'm going through. Where I'm like, oh, I just don't. I'm out of space to store all this stuff. Especially when I bought the Volante and took the DL4 off my board.
Yeah.
Storing the DL4 is kind of what like broke me. Where I'm like, all right, I got too many pedals because that thing's so
Right.
big. And actually, the DL4 is not on my sell list.
I feel like you've had such a history with that. You have to keep that pedal.
It's so useful for other stuff still,
Yeah, I mean, and like I've
Like a
always said,
vocal
it's an
looper.
industry.
or
It's
like
an industry
acoustic
classic
board.
for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but
The DL4 has to stay.
I'd
But-
rather just see somebody I know using it. Because
Maybe you
like
could-
I've modded it so much and all that stuff too, you know.
Well, maybe it could be one of those things whenever you get back with a home church and everything, you know, when you get new guitar players and you let them use it, like that could be the delay that they learn on, you know, because the DL4 is a really great delay to learn on.
The church I'm joining already owns 2 Kempers.
Oh, I didn't know that we already had this like lockdown.
Yeah, I gotta get my addition done. I already know the song.
Well.
Just need to actually record myself playing it.
It's
There's
not
a-
a Revelation song, is it?
No, I don't know what key that's in. Actually, was it Worship Tutorials just did a Revelation song like playthrough thing? this week?
How it's in was it supposed to be either D Mixolydian or whatever? Nickelodeon.
No, he
D
made
Nickelodeon?
he made some joke that he actually played the solo from a Duran Duran song, and it fit.
Nice.
And I ran. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of great
Okay,
solos
first off, isn't that Flock of Seagulls you just started singing?
Oh yeah. I don't know. Duran Duran, Flock of Seagulls, all the same.
How,
You know, it's one of those
first off, how
bands-
dare you?
Sorry, I'm not wide enough to listen to Duran Duran.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah. Duran Duran is a white band. I don't care who you are. I've never hung out with like someone of a different color other than Caucasian and then been like, hey guys, you want to listen to some Duran Duran? And another person of a different persuasion says, you know what? I was just thinking the same damn thing. It's never happened. It's not happened with white people, but we've come pretty close. Okay? I don't know. Anywho,
Concerned.
Minute works better than all of them.
I got nothing.
He's like, it's like I can't even argue with this, like, because it's so just. Who has an opinion on these things? Diaz has an opinion on these things.
I think Rio is a cool song.
Her name is Rio, and she. Yeah, they all sound the same though.
I mean, it was that era. Like In Excess fits into that kind of era of that sound.
NXS was kind of
yeah.
weird because they had such a wide range. Like, think about they have the
Oh, sorry, I
They've
just
got
got to
the-
save the date for my friend. His last name's Vol, and their
No.
hashtag is Voling in Love.
Oh, dang, that's horrible.
Do better, John.
It's gross.
Yeah, he's falling over himself. Whatever. All right, let's go on to gear. Wait.
Moving on.
Diaz flipped the FZ2. That's pretty much it. All right, so let's go on to gear news instead of news about people getting married that we don't know. So Mojo Hand Effects serves up some old school wish and swirl with the Mr. O phase shifter. 6-stage phaser to nail the dreamy 70s tones of like the Maestro style phase. I do like the logo that they did with the blue, yellow, and red.
For the
Yeah.
Mojo hand part?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do like the logo. It matches the kind of the color scheme.
So Diaz, I'd be curious what you think of the sound on this guy, because you're the phaser guy in this group of the three of us.
Is that what I get? Am I the phaser guy? Phaser
You're-
guy.
You're phaser
Okay.
guy.
You're definitely phaser guy.
So I'll be honest with you. Like the Maestro phaser is not a phaser that I like. It's not a phaser tone that I'm usually generally after because it's a little bit more subtle. Let's see.
That's interesting that you say that, because I was actually going to say I really like the tone of this, so that could be why.
I mean, hey,
Yeah, this is more. This,
finding your right
I
phaser
like
matters.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could set this phaser to stun, I'm sure, but yeah, I like it. I like the subtle sound. This is more of the phaser that sound whenever I play in like worship and try to just add a little bit of texture to my tone. So I do like this. I feel like if this is at 200 or less, it's going to be like set
150.
That's a fantastic price. You know what? Go John Cusack on that one. I like it. I feel like I think this is. I feel like there's two types of phaser people, and they just don't realize it. There's the like Mike Enzinger, Incubus, like using phase as like the phase is your sound.
Mhm.
And then there's the people who like phase as a subtlety and a texture, and this is more like a texture phase.
So listen to the demo of this. I get a strong John Frusciante kind of a sound.
Yeah. Well, that's also they're doing like the kind of
Clean strat,
Strat.
with the phaser kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like most people don't realize like a good phaser like this is almost kind of like rocking the tone a little bit. Like just rock. I mean, and it just kind of like a subtle wah in a sense, very, very like back of the sound, so like wah going up and down. But yeah, I like it. I think for $150, this is killer. I
Yes.
really want one now. What do I have to sell now? As I was just saying how I don't want to buy anything.
I mean, you're to phasers as I am to probably to overdrive pedals.
Yeah, I go through. I collect and move through a lot of phasers. I mean, my favorite phaser of all time is going to be the Boss, the PH2. Because honestly, I feel like they hit it out of the park with that. And then my second is I've got the phaser from Electromotive Sound, and that's absolutely fantastic. But that's also got a whole lot of options, so you can definitely move from one side of the spectrum to the other. But this is definitely on that side that I feel like a lot of people would use more than a PH2,
Oh yeah, for sure.
because the PH2 just takes over your sound.
Yeah, this is
And-
closer to where when I had the Lillian, I was dialing it into this kind of a sound. And
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that when I bought the Bubbletron to replace the Lillian, it could get there, even though I generally leave my Bubbletron on more of a filter setting.
I feel like the Bubbletron would probably be able to go very crazy, but also very mild.
Yep.
Just because, especially like the Bubbletron's kind of
It's a digital pedal,
Moved.
so it's part of the reason.
well, and one of the things is that it's really set for like a Frank Zappa thing. And if you ever have a chance to listen to Frank Zappa, don't do it sober. But yeah, like, and that's another thing too. And that's I don't know if you know this, but like John Frusciante is a huge Frank Zappa fan, so that's where he gets a lot of like using his
makes
effects
sense.
and everything like that. If you ever have a chance, look up John Frusciante doing Inca Roads, which is an absolutely crazy, weird Frank Zappa song. So that's always John Frusciante. If you're not familiar with like live Red Hot Chili Peppers, he has certain like little parts of songs that he does, like How Deep Is Your Love, Tiny Dancer, Inca Roads. He does all these like hit songs or like popular songs and does little bits of them kind of during his time to showcase. And that's really cool. Look up Frank Zappa and also if you have a chance, watch John Frusciante talk about Frank Zappa. That's amazing. All right, well, let's move on. Well, Diaz is done kind of geeking out. Every once in a while I know things and so I have to like show off.
Sorry, just say his name one more time.
John Frusciante. Am I saying it wrong?
I always thought it was Frusciante.
It probably is. But I got introduced to him. I'll tell you when it was when I really got into
we were
him.
all into them before the internet, so like we were like reading the name before we ever
Yeah,
like had
right.
YouTube
Well,
or
it was
internet.
a guitar. There was a Guitar World magazine, and it had our generation's guitar gods, and it was John Mayer, John Frusciante, and I don't know if it was
Wasn't the guy from Children of Bodom
it was
or something like that?
Buckethead.
Yeah, it was some metal guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, Alex Leo. I'm pretty sure that's who it was. And yeah, that was a big one. And then I really got into Brad Paisley back on a Guitar World magazine because our guitar player, one or the other, because it said Eddie Van Halen on Cornbread was what it said on the front. Which is very true. Brad Paisley is like Eddie Van Halen on Cornbread. So, all right, well, let's move on. So Source Audio launches the Ultrawave multiband processor for space age guitar and bass sounds. Okay.
So
It's kind of fun.
this thing's a lot.
It is.
How
Oh my
to
gosh.
describe it?
Well,
So
as you-
it's a multi-band EQ with inline effects. So you can split off your highs, lows, up to 10 frequency bands, and on any band, put an overdrive or an octave or all
There's
sorts
a
of crazy
tube.
things.
There's a tube overdrive, a diode overdrive, a foldback, which is a method of distortion used in the world of synthesizers, octave up, negative flip diode, and more. They had me at and more.
That's good. That's good list reading there, Diaz. Good job.
There's your bingo.
Sorry, no,
You're
sorry.
welcome.
It's not a list. It's presented as a sentence.
But it's still a list.
What? You know what? I didn't hear you reading any lists.
No, I
Now,
was
did
describing
I?
it and you interrupted me. So there.
I was adding to the fucking conversation because it was relevant to exactly what you were saying.
I was just trying to give you a break to put out whatever's on fire over there, Diaz.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my incense. That's my
Uh,
incense because I have my Keeley. Actually, I need a new. I no longer have my Keeley pepper grinder.
Oh,
It didn't make the
Oh.
move. Dear Robert Keeley, if you love me,
Please bring it back.
So
yeah.
okay, going back to the Ultrawave. Here's the thing. It's like this 4-knob thing with a flip switch on the top of it. And with what they're describing there, I'm like, you need the app to edit this thing.
Oh, for real.
Well, I guess, I don't know, maybe if they do some like tone print kind of thing with it, but
I'm sure they will. Or no, no.
Or
Or
there's like all these hidden
different
features
companies.
that you gotta dial into it and you gotta tweak and blah 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 blah. But like on the face, you're not adjusting that stuff unless you get the app.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't know.
it's got a mini USB port on the back of it. You can really get in there and start tweaking stuff using their apps. I mean,
Dude, I'm tweaking just thinking about.
oh,
this
you can
thing.
actually change what the knobs do. External expression, MIDI capable with presets, USB ports.
How much is this? I'm intrigued.
44 different distortion types, 37 different octave band splitting options. There's a compander in there. Stereo
really
in
quick-
and out.
Oh, dang it! Never mind.
So how much are we looking at this thing?
That's got to be at least a $200 pedal, at least, probably $250.
Stereo and MIDI control. I'm starting to think you're in the threes, buddy.
No, $250 max.
So
All right, $279.99.
is this the same series as like the True Spring and stuff like that?
Yeah, probably.
I think so. Like the LA Lady and all. 250.
Yeah, I told you, motherfucker. What?
So 250 is pretty affordable for what's all in this.
I feel like this is definitely this. Okay, so I'm excited because you know how I've been like complaining about no one's coming out with new stuff or no. Yeah, this is it. Good job,
This is
Source
the new
Audio.
stuff.
This
Well-
is the new stuff.
Well,
Like,
this is
they're
literally
like,
just throwing everything in a box together
yeah, I know it's great.
at 250. So that's the other fun part is like if this feature level starts pushing down the cost of MIDI pedals into the 250s from the 3 to 400 to 500 range.
When is MIDI 2 gonna happen?
It's been published.
When
MIDI
are-
2.0,
when are-
and you're starting to see more people adopt the smaller 1/8" plug for MIDI
Okay.
now.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I was just random. I knew Scott would know the answer to that.
Yeah,
All right.
like this one has an 1/8" input for control. So,
All right, well, let's move on to the Gretsch Vintage Select 89 Jet.
These are pretty.
I don't.
this is Chris's bag.
Yeah, it really is.
Hmm.
I actually had a lower end model of the orange sparkle.
I like that
Yeah.
orange.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's my here. Well, Gretsch is literally putting out the same thing. Like they've done this before.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything that they've done new other than like maybe
I remember when
bringing
they
this
came out-
Streamliner series out a few years ago, like getting into that lower Squire price range.
Well, they had the historic series, which was not historically accurate at all, so that was
Right.
great. I actually like that series because it was not the same old crap. Yeah, dear Gretsch, all of your guitars are based off vintage guitars because they haven't changed. So for $2,600,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not,
I mean,
I'm not seeing any specs that stand out to me.
this is the. Are you getting this or are you getting a Duesenberg? Isn't that kind of where the
I
decision making is?
No, I don't even know.
I think so.
I feel like the only thing that makes this vintage is the floating saddle.
The inlays maybe too.
I mean, the headline on this is calling out the late great Chris Cornell.
Fuck you, Gretsch. like why?
Filtertrons, because Filtertrons.
I get it, but like, oh my god, they're like Chris Cornell farted in a room with a guitar like this once. Like, sorry, I think it's bull crap. I'm tired of people like just capitalizing on a name of a dead guy. Les Paul guitars. I'm looking at you, Gibson. All right, I'm
Very
done.
Confused by
I'm
that
done.
sentence.
Huh?
The way they're wording this of like
I thought you were talking about
as
my
a
sentence.
pair
I
of
was like,
TV.
that's
No, the one in this article of like it's a pair of TV Jones Filterton replicas. I'm like, isn't it this?
Wait, what? They're
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
I'm guessing they're,
They're
Gretsch
literally
brand,
using buzzwords. They're just
yeah.
saying vintage.
Well, what's the difference between
Classic.
so first off, TV Jones makes like 18 Filtertrons. So which one is it?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
there's that too, and then it's like, okay, how different really is the standard Gretsch Tron pickup from a Filtertron.
And Gretsch, what is up with your like number system? It's stupid. I just want to throw that out there too, since we're just crapping on Gretsch. All right,
What's the numbers
whatever.
on these?
2600.
That's a
They're just calling
Probably
them
G something.
I think they're just calling them the vintage. Oh yeah, G6129T-89 VS.
so if you
Okay,
know what
now
those
they're
numbers
just hitting-
transcribe to.
Now they're just
Now
taking
they're just
shots
hitting-
at Ibanez.
Speaking of taking shots at Ibanez unveils the classy Artcore Expressionist AMH90.
That was a nice alley oop. That wasn't even
so-
intended.
Yeah, are you serious? That wasn't intended.
No.
Oh wow.
I was literally making
That's
fun
kinda-
of like, why do Japanese guitar companies all seem to have the stupidest naming systems?
Well, because they're dumb. No, I'm just kidding. Japanese are probably smarter than us.
By a long shot.
I, for one, welcome our new Oriental overlords.
Dude, you can't say that.
What?
Not
Overlords?
in this climate.
Nope.
Oh, the other one?
Yep.
Well, what are we supposed to say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, I welcome our
Just
overlords.
Oh Lord.
From wherever Ibanez comes from.
complaints can
Anyway.
be sent to legal@theeffectsloop.com.
You know what? It'd be crazy if someone had a website, theeffectsloop.com, then like,
We do. You should visit.
Oh, wait.
We own the rights
Oh,
to this.
Yeah, we own the right.
oh yeah.
So if you go to theeffectsloop.com,
why are we plugging that? Where does it send you?
I think Chris actually just redid the website, didn't he?
Yep. So instead of it taking you to our SoundCloud page, it now takes you to a very beautifully done link tree where you can buy merch, find us on your favorite podcasting app, and join our Patreon.
I really need to fix
Yeah.
I should fix our podcast like texting to just send you to theeffectsloop.com instead of all those extra links.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Speaking of, oh wait, we still need to talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah. What's special about this, Diaz?
Hold on. Oh my gosh, what is my? It sent me to a bad website. Not a bad website, but like. All right, I'm lost. Okay,
Are you
so
using-
Ibanez, so Artcore is their lower
Affordable.
line, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're
Affordable line. Yeah.
they go up against like
I always love the
Epiphones.
Artcore.
Yeah, they're a great
Yeah, I
deal.
always liked the Artcore. Yeah, I remember whenever I was first buying a guitar, when I was looking at one of the Artcore semi hollows.
Yeah, buddy, mine in
And
high
they-
school had one.
You know what? Honestly, the Artcores I think have been like the most overlooked bang for your buck guitar.
I don't think they're overlooked. I think people know about it. It's just
We just don't
because
talk
everyone's
about it.
still just because when you buy an Epiphone, right? You're
Yeah.
essentially buying the dream of a Gibson and a lot of those models.
Right.
Whereas when you buy an
Okay.
an Ibanez Artcore, you're buying without that sort of like aspirational halo model. So there's just
Okay, yeah.
like it's like everyone who buys
If you
like
buy an
a
Ibanez, you should just
it-
give up.
It's when you buy a BMW 1 Series, right? It's like, oh yeah, I want an M3, but like I'm getting a 124 or whatever the entry level model is.
Okay, hold on. Let me explain this for all of us people who've never even ridden in a BMW before. It's like getting McDonald's, knowing that maybe one day you'll be getting Five Guys,
That's fair.
but you're eating McDonald's for now. There you go. See, with the Ibanez, it's like
see
eating
the
Burger
difference.
King.
The difference with this would
There's
be
no going up.
I would still drive a BMW 1 Series.
You wouldn't drive a McDouble.
Nope.
It's probably a smart move.
I went to a Bulls game and they scored 100 points. So I had a free Big Mac coupon, and it was like the first time I had a Big Mac in like 6 years. And I went, "This is cardboard," and I didn't finish the meal.
Wow. Well, looks like I'm gonna get me a Big Mac for dinner. Have some cardboard. All right, how much are these? I can't find a price anywhere.
I'm guessing around 450.
Okay,
Am I way off?
I don't know.
Their website isn't giving a price, but it's giving lots of other information.
$6.99.
Ooh, no, a little high, buddy. A little high.
Well, so that's Epiphone Sheraton territory.
Yeah, and this has got a lot of interesting features that I don't think like a lot of Epiphones have. So it's got like a tri-sound switch is what they're calling it, but it's basically the coil tap.
It gives you like
Okay.
alternate. It's alternate pickup selections, right?
Yeah.
all right.
Does it come with a
let's
case
get-
What?
or
I
a
would
game
hope
bag?
so.
Ultra Performer Bridge does not say.
And it comes with Super 58 pickups. Is that Ibanez's own branding? That might
I
be
assume
Ibanez's
so.
pickups. So I bet you it's a PAF. Yeah, like voice from them.
Super 58.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this looks like a
there's-
great guitar, and you could Bigsby it really quickly because it's a trapeze bridge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
cool
it's
options.
just the shape of the Ibanez's that don't do it for me. But yeah, this is a cool feature. So
All right. Speaking of cool features, this guitar doesn't have that many. Gibson announces the Les Paul Deluxe 70s reissue. So it's a Gibson Les Paul with mini humbuckers. Oh!
you better not say that's not full of features in the Gibson Les Paul group on Facebook.
It's not chambered bodied. Oh, yeah. That way we can really hurt our backs. Okay.
All I gotta say is, who in their right mind buys a gold top Les Paul these days? I mean, seriously,
Yeah. Only stupid people.
stupid people.
Stupid people.
Especially one that's not a Les Paul standard. Like, what the hell? Like that's reserved.
Foreshadow. All right. I'm guessing that's like $4,000.
So they're coming in at 2,900. So like just under where the standard is, right? Because isn't the standard like 3,000?
I think so.
I'm guessing. Okay. Here's my question. Who did that on the next thing? How did you do that?
I don't know what you're talking about, Diaz.
Do what?
Oh, yeah, I know what it is. The link.
Did you even read
Is-
the link?
Yeah, I know. I know what the link is. And then I like
No, there's a joke in that too. Anyway, Diaz just got Rick rolled.
da, 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 da. Yeah, that was fun. I don't even get mad when I get rickrolled. I love it.
Right.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. That's a great
And
song.
our
I don't care
YouTube's
who you are.
demonetized for the 4 people that listen there.
Do you think I was good enough to be confused with what was his name? Rick Astley?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that good. Sorry. We're no strangers to love.
Well, speaking of not that
You
good,
know the rules, and so do I. All right.
speaking of not that good, did Boss just release the ultimate tone hack?
Okay, I'm really.
So explain this to us like we're 5, boss.
It's an
ultimate-
amp stand.
Wow.
The
Kylo,
Boss
shut up. It's not their
BAS1 is going to
Wait. How much is this amp stand?
I swear, if it's more than $30, I'm gonna be really pissed.
I swear, it's going to be the on-stage stands with a Boss
No
logo on
prices
it.
just yet.
Oh, jeez.
Kylo, shut the hell up.
It's an amp stand.
It is.
That's all it is.
I stopped. I think, yeah, when I was in high school, I like fell into this like trap. I think I actually bought an amp stand for my AC-15, like after using just a standard chair to put it in. And I didn't notice any difference, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, no, all right. So 100, I'm a 100%.
Oh, you don't have
Kyle-
the pure tone, man, if it's not properly coupled with the floor.
Okay, no. But like honestly, I'm definitely a big fan of amp stands. Mostly because if I'm using an amp 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna want to turn it up louder because it's shooting at my feet indirectly to the audience. If you're at a not I wouldn't say non-professional venue, but a like if like the sound person's not that great or anything like that, and you want to do a little bit to help.
Right.
Well, I always want to be
That-
louder than the monitor mix for me anyway. Like that's just
Well, and,
part of
and
what
this
I
helps
do.
with that because you're going to be getting you directly into your ear,
To the face.
unless you're using in ears. Yeah, put it right to my face. I have one of the Fender little kickstands
Mhm.
that you put in behind the amp, and you just kind of lean the amp on it, and through the magic of science, it stands up.
My Super Reverb has the arms, the kickback
I mean,
arms that I
Yeah,
never
and
use.
and
Tilted
And-
against a wall before. So
but honestly, like, this is not, I know this is very sarcastic where they just released the ultimate tone hack, but this honestly is a tone hack and also a volume control hack that not a lot of people use. And it's definitely something that I feel like some people do it just because they see people do it. And then you've got the people who are actually doing it because they realize what it can do. And that's kind of the thing, especially if you've got like a real bassy boomy amp and it's on the ground. I feel like you can be shifting your tone from what's going to the mic.
yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. Like, I think I remember it somewhat helping because our youth room in high school, like the floor of the stage was completely hollow, and if you
Right.
hit the right bass frequency, it would
Mhm.
just rattle the entire stage and everything else, and that was attached to that via the wall and floor, and raising it up helped a little bit.
I mean, and this is also, I don't, I feel like this is presented as a joke, and I get that, but this is honestly something that is an easy way for Boss to keep their foot in on like accessories
Well,
parts
that's
of.
been the half of what Boss has put out over the last 2-3 years. It's just been
Look
accessory
at
after
their-
accessory. It's actually funny.
Yeah.
Fender and Boss are doing the same strategy.
And Boss has gotten to the point where it's kind of cool to play Boss in the sense of with the 500 series, and then kind of the whole retro look back, with the Waza series and all this stuff. I mean, if you see someone walking around wearing a Boss t-shirt, you're like, oh, okay, that guy must like.
Yeah,
Must-
of all my guitar shirts, my Boss one where it has those 3 original pedals that they did the reissue of,
Yep. Yeah.
people will see that one and go, "Oh, Boss pedals." But like,
Yeah. I've got the V2W or something like that. I don't know. The vibrato one that was the Waza.
I think so.
I've got that shirt and I wear that quite a bit, and a lot of people are like, oh, cool shirt. Like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
no one has
and
any
that's-
idea what String Joy is. When I wear that shirt around.
Right. If someone does know who String Joy is, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's cool. It's my new best friend. But
No, I
haven't
can't
met
get you
anyone.
discounted strings. Stop asking.
I actually don't have friends. So you're gonna have to go. But all right. Yeah. I think it's really funny as like the joke, like, oh, this is their big announcement. But I mean, this isn't something that I get why they would announce it though, because this pairs perfectly with where they've been hitting. I mean, where their market has really hit the stride, which is the katanas and stuff like that. And
You had a katana,
I mean,
right?
yeah, and it's a fantastic
Did
amp.
you ever use the amp stand that was built into the katana?
Yeah, actually, I did. It sucked. It was this little tiny itty bitty kickstand. It was horrible.
Barely did anything.
I mean, I tried to use it, but I mean, honestly, like that's a thing. When I use my Excelsior, I definitely use the kickstand, the Fender kickstand that I've got, because that's a loud amp. And if I'm not, I mean, that's where honestly people don't realize that's where a lot of the big fights of, oh, I turn my amp up when they're not listening, is for people who have like an amp on the ground. Like anytime I played with an amp, if I didn't have a kickstand or if I was doing like a stack or something like that, I always turned the speaker away from me and did it, and usually try to do it where I could like control the sound, and it was definitely not facing the audience. And this is one of those things where you can help out, because the biggest fight is, oh, I can't hear myself, and they're like, well, you need to turn down. Well, I've already turned down all the way. Well, if you kick your amp back a little bit, you will hear how loud you really are.
Mhm.
Yeah, I see this being good for like jazz guys, or like if you're in an ensemble or something where you're kind of sitting down. This
Is really great for bar gigs too.
Yeah.
Like for the people who don't go to the bar gigs that have really nice sound systems. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and you set it down at your feet and up at your face,
Right.
away from the audience. So
Yeah.
it's doing the same bounce that like your floor monitors are doing up. Like hopefully,
Right.
if you're playing a good stage, they have absorption up and high off the stage to kind of kill down like drums and stage noise.
Well, a lot of stages have like a backdrop. You could honestly use this facing yourself.
Yeah.
And it'll hit that fabric backdrop and help dampen the sound some. I'm guessing that would be correct. Maybe.
Depends on the material and how much air gap you got. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't been to my first acoustical engineer class yet.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But we're
TSZ intern in the works.
That's right. I've got a 6-year plan. 6 years to be an
45-year
intern.
plan.
No, 6-year plan. 7-minute abs. 7 little chipmunks sitting on a branch, eating lots of sunflowers at my uncle's ranch.
Oh god.
7's the number. No one's gonna get abs in 6 minutes. All right, let's keep moving because now we're. So you guys can hopefully tell the difference between an early recording and a late recording. This isn't even that late. This is late for me, but no one else.
I mean, Mondays wear me out, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, we're all tired. All right.